wouldn't that be a possibility? You just tell me.
Well, so about a year ago, I was interviewing.
Freddie Kitchens got hired as a head coach. But go ahead.
About a year ago, on my podcast, I interviewed Ian O'Connor, who had this huge doorstop of a book out on Belichick. And this was funny because this was before they went ahead and won the Super Bowl last season. And we were talking about, can they win another? And how much longer will the dynasty last? Everyone's favorite parlor game. And the other was, what's more likely to happen? Brady playing for a different team than the Patriots, or Belichick coaching for a different team than the Patriots still? And, we did that fun game, and Ian said, we also did everyone loves the trivia question of like, who's more responsible for the dynasty, Brady or Belichick? And we agreed, it's both. You can't really choose. I mean, they were blessed enough to have likely the best quarterback ever, and people can argue that. And then definitely, I think less arguable, the best NFL coach ever at the same time. So it was both. So when I asked Ian this question, what's more likely to happen? He said, Belichick, Brady's dad, famously in this New York Times profile already, I think 4 or 5 years ago, said, these things always end poorly. Everyone loves that quote because they said it's the foreshadowing that, Brady has already prepared himself mentally for, I will end up playing for a different team. I'm not so sure, but I understand picking that quote apart. And Ian wasn't so sure either. He said, I could sooner see a Belichick wanting to coach somewhere else. And the only place I could see it happening, the Giants. He always wanted to coach in New York. He always wanted the Giants job. Maybe Brady retires and then Belichick sticks around the league. And he also thought, as I recall, that if one is more eager to prove that he can win without the other, it's probably Belichick. More eager to prove that I can win a Super Bowl and coach a team without Tom Brady. I'm not just Tom Brady. And as you said, right before I came on, you were showing that clip of him saying, and boy, is he reluctant to single out Brady as the big star. Boy, of course he doesn't want to do that. He says, well, there's lots of players and they all have a future. And, Mr. Soul.
Says it all.
And I thought even Belichick in that clip saying no one respects Tom more than I do, even that was a lot from Belichick. That was more than you usually hear because reportedly they don't like each other. It's just a business relationship. But all that being said, I don't know what the likeliest scenario is for Brady, but and it's hard for me to see him playing for another team, but part of that is emotion. I don't want him to. I could certainly see Belichick moving on and coaching somewhere else. Although if Brady leaves and McDaniels leaves and some of those other stars leave, maybe that encourages Belichick to stick around and prove I can still, make it